What is up, Planeswalkers? Se.3 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena, and we're hopping into Golgari zombies. I know I've gotten a lot of requests to jump back into this deck, so we're going to add some sideboard and see how well it works. Now, this sideboard is a lot different than some of the other sideboards I've done for my rotation decks, in that it has a lot more, it has fewer cards overall, only 5. Where some of the other ones are like a bunch of one-ofs, and that's because this has a very distinct plan in mind. Hit them with zombies. So, we're running 4 Duress in the side. This is meant for pesky control decks. Any pesky control deck we come across, 4 Duress. 4 Moment of Craving. This started out as 2, and then very quickly went up to 4, because I'm just like die all the time to mono red. And this helps a lot against mono red. It helps against other aggressive decks as well, but mono red really is where this shines. 3 Kraul Harpooners. You might be curious as to why I'm running this. The Is It Flyers deck, the Is It Drakes, as well as this comes in really well against Jeskai control when they have Niv Mizzets. So this is just a nice way to remove those cards. 2 Deathgorge Scavengers, essentially for the mirror. You want to be able to exile Golgari mid-range stuff, and this helps you do that. And then 2 Carnage Tyrants. This is actually for anything that isn't like an aggressive deck, pretty much. We like this against the Golgari mid-range deck because we are able to play out a lot of creatures, so the sack effects, the edict effects as they're called, they don't matter that much. And against control, this is obviously something that's just really difficult for them to get rid of, and usually we are able to land it and erase them. I will talk a little bit about the main deck here. I feel like Assassin Trophy is actually not great in this specific deck. I've had so many games where I just have not wanted it. So I think what I might end up doing eventually, and I want your guys' feedback on this. I'm thinking about adding just 2 to the sideboard. I'm not sure where I'd put it, or potentially just removing it completely. But then, upping Liliana to 3, and upping Gruesome Menagerie to 3, and then upping the Diregraf Ghoul to 3. I'm not entirely sure. That does remove our, it takes our removal main deck down a lot, but I just found that it doesn't help me that often. So, I'm not entirely sure, but we're hopping into the best of 3 ladder and see how well we can do. Hopefully we don't run into to too many of the same matchups. Going against Tron Dragon here. I assume this person plays Modern, and I assume they play Tron. Good old Karn Father there. Going second here. It's not great. Not a great hand. Both these lands come in tapped, pretty much guaranteed. Slows us down, in my opinion, too much. So I think there's correct mulligan here. Also, very slow hand. That said, we have stuff to do. If this is a mono red deck, probably just going to get swept over. But I think this is a keepable hand. And we'll go and drop that to the bottom. Let's see. Green of some sort. Flower, alright. Probably the green-white tokens deck. Alright, so we have something to do on 3. That's nice. So theoretically, we can 3, 4, and 5, depending on what Liliana pluses us into. Are we going to see a Amara here? Nope. A Decklist Honor Guard. Seen a lot of this. So this actually, I think, is maybe the Naya deck? There's been an interesting Naya mid-range build running around that uses Decklist Honor Guard. This card, very strong against a lot of the field right now. Nope, probably just green-white based on what's happening here. And we're going to go ahead and play out the Midnight Reaper, because if they do end up having removal for us, I would much rather draw a card. This does mean that their Knight of Grace is larger, but Keslevi. Notably, they didn't attack last turn with Honor Guard. Very interesting. I guess they just didn't want me to have anything. Not entirely sure. It's very unfortunate that they were able to get Resplendent Archangel here. I'm almost certainly going to have to Assassin Trophy that. Liliana would go up to 5, and then she'd essentially die, because I'd have to, chump. And, yeah. Death Baron isn't really great here. Yeah, it's just a very unfortunate series of events here. I could, attack, see if they take the block. I assume they won't. I assume they're just going to take some damage. not really a reason for them to, yeah, to block. I don't think there's any protection that they could have, and I would rather do this on their turn. So. Yeah, like, I want them to try and put something on the Archangel. Sure, that resolves. Let's see what my opponent wants to do with it.
No friend of mine fights alone.
Yeah, so I'm glad that I waited, because then my opponent would have easily been able to put on the Knight of Greats. Obviously, them putting it here is not great, but let's do this now. I guess I should have waited, because it changes how they attack. Because my opponent before, if I let this resolve and then let them go to attacks, they might have attacked with both. But now I think they're gonna stick something back, yeah. And they're correct to keep this back. Yeah, very unfortunate here. The Ajani can do a really good job of just keeping them in the game. I'm gonna have to just Death Baron. Just pass the turn. 2, 4, 6, 9. One more thing, then Art of Roscoe's active. Throwing Lieutenant, alright. And Shalai. Pretty good. We do have Death Touch, which is nice. Playing another Death Baron will be not really helpful, to be honest. I am going to... I guess I'll Glowspore first. I don't think it actually matters. Oh, right! I would have had to. I would have had to play it anyway. I guess I theoretically could have attacked first, but pretty fine with whatever they block with here. I should have waited. It was definitely a mistake on my part. Yeah, I figured that's where they'd be blocking. They have an active Shalai. Pretty certain this game is over. Relatively rough mulligan. Just didn't have the ability to put pressure on them. And they're splendid. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Be strong.
So I have four zombies. So Liliana could -4 something. Couldn't be the Knight of Grace. So I could -4 the Resplendent. Guarantee a kill on this and die. So we're just going to go ahead and concede this game. So this deck has... Ooh, dang. They have the Knight of Grace, which means Moment of Craving is just not very strong here. I'm almost certain that they're going to have a History Benalia, but I'm not sure Duress is worth bringing in. I do like the idea of Carnage Tyrant, just because it's something annoying for my opponent to deal with. And frankly, because of Tocatli Honor Guard, I think it's possible that just taking out some of the Graveyard Matter stuff is good. Yeah, Moment of Craving just not great. Oh, right, they do have a bunch of flyers, so I actually think... I'm sure a lot of people would be upset with me if I didn't bring that in. We'll take out some of those, like this, probably. I think this is kind of the best I can do. Yeah. I will say, unfortunately, zombies are pretty weak. You should only play zombies if you are like me and just want to play zombies for the sake of playing zombies. It's much better just be playing green-black midrange. Just the, kind of your standard, typical green-black midrange. But I like zombies, so that's why they're on the rotation. This is a fine hand. We have 1 into 2. We're probably honestly going to keep that, though. I do wish we had more gas and not lands. Like, I wish one of these forests was something else, but we'll keep this. I'm going to go and lead off the Swamp and Citrus Supplier. See if my opponent would like to mulligan. They're in the tank. Alright, they have them kept. And we'll go and get the Stitch Supplier down. It doesn't look great. Nope. 2 lands. I mean, it's 2 lands we're not drawing. So that's nice. I'm going to go and play the Overgrown Tomb tapped. Back in here. Drew a land. Pretty bad. I think that the deck runs like 24 lands. It's kind of necessary because of how many medium to high-end cards there are. You could maybe get away with 23, but I'm not a big fan. 4 or 5. Well, I'm playing Death Baron for sure. I'm not really point in attacking, I suppose. My opponent plays a flyer. I can go ahead and kill it with Harpooner. And it looks like they want to play something. Yeah, alright. Harpooners are going to take that down. I really do like the addition of Harpooner in this deck. There are plenty of flyers running around that that even having a single... Like, we don't even need a creature in the graveyard for this to kill this. If we had... gosh, what's the name of that card? If we were going up against Aurelia, right, we would only need 2 creatures in the graveyard, which usually happens. I assume my opponent's going to... I hope they attack. Because they don't know that I have something for Resplendent. Opponent deep in the tank here. Or, potentially, someone is having connection issues. No, they just, they stayed deep in the tank, so that's fine. I'm super glad that we got a Graveyard Marshal here. Means we are going to be able to cast something with our Harpooner. Alongside our Harpooner, I should say. Go ahead and Harpoon it up. And with Gruesome Menagerie, we are going to be able to, take action. We're going to be able to get back Harpooner. So if my opponent plays like a Shalai, we're going to be fine, because we're going to get back a Death Baron and a Harpooner. See if they play Shalai here. I kind of wish Stitch Supplier died, but I don't necessarily want to just attack out of nowhere. Are they fighting? Green-white deck running the Rabbit Bite? No, I'm just throwing Lieutenant. Alright. Sure, that's fine. And another throwing Lieutenant. Alright. Got a Diregraf Ghoul. I don't know if it's correct or not to play Ghoul as opposed to just gruesoming in order to get back the other Death Baron. I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's correct to play Ghoul here. Then just pass. Obviously, if my opponent plays on Johnny, it's gonna be relatively bad.
I am proud to fight by your side.
Yep, Knight of Grace and the Thorn Lieutenant.
Look how far you have come.
A part of me wants to run Ritual of Soot in the graveyard. Let me know if you guys think that's a good idea. Because, like, I have so many ways to get things back that I feel like it's not going to matter too much. Do I want to utilize something from the graveyard? I'm going to have to throw, like, everything at a Johnny in order to kill it. Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm going to exile Kraul Harpooner. It might be super incorrect, but... I mean, I'm going to Menagerie. It's a 5-mana Death Baron, but I kind of, like, need to get rid of this Johnny. I don't think I send either of my Death Barons in. This does mean a Johnny lives, but he lives really low. If I send my Death Baron in, he guaranteed dies. Would so just one of my Death Barons? Because right now, Knight of Grace blocks Graveyard Marshal, Thorn Lieutenant blocks Citrus Supplier, and then they probably just let a Johnny die? No, I guess they just get rid of a Thorn Lieutenant and block one of the 4/4s. Otherwise, Death Baron blocks, or gets blocked by Knight of Grace. I don't know. It is not a great matchup for me at all. I don't know if that's correct. Yep. Yep. Exactly how I called it up. They are going to lose 2 creatures, which is nice. And a Johnny is going to go to 4. Or go to 1. And we're going to dump more stuff in our yard. Well, we showed them the Carnage Tyrant, which I didn't necessarily want to do, but it's fine. I honestly think I want more Gruesome Menageries in the main deck. I think only running 2 is a mistake. Just with the amount of stuff, I think I might want to restructure the deck. Yeah, it's possible. Essentially just be a little bit more graveyard focused, worry a little bit less about what my opponent's doing, which would be taking out... I almost called it Abrupt Decay. Opponent only has 2 cards left. It is Shalai, so I assume they were holding on to it for Kraul Harpooner reasons. So here, we are able to attack and kill the Ajani. Damn, I actually... Because of First Strike, right, I can't... So if I attack with all 4, right, at Ajani, then my opponent could block 1 Death Baron with Knight of Grace and the other Death Baron with Shalai. And because of First Strike, one of my Death Barons would die, and that means the second one would no longer have Death Touch. I think what I do is I just attack with my 2 Shrimps, and either Shalai dies or Ajani dies. And I think I'm fine with either, because I have 2 creature cards. So I think that's correct. They do get a free kill with the Knight of Grace, but not really much I can do about that. And they're going to choose to let Shalai bite the dust. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, free kill and Diregraf Ghoul. I think that makes sense. Honestly, I would go for the token. I think letting me have creatures in my graveyard is not what they want to do. Alright, sure. I'm going to do this. And our second Carnage Tyrant. We might want a Memorial to Folly, depending... Oh, wait, what am I talking about? We absolutely do. Well, we would be able to get back Carnage Tyrant, but we wouldn't be able to cast it immediately. And this is taking up one of our draws? And Knight of Grace is relatively large. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to decline. I think I would rather just have a live draw off the top. Not sure. Not sure about that one. Sure. Another reason is Shalai can buff up Knight of Grace to be large enough that... Interesting, alright. Another Death Baron. I like. So at this point, what are these ribbons? Is it because they have 3 abilities? Because this token has Death Touch 3 times? Is that why? This has a ribbon. If I attack with all, one of the Death Baron dies. I hit them for 3, 7, 10, 13. I like that. I like them odds. So, like, one of my Death Baron guaranteed dead. Sure. I think that's fine. My opponent has 1 card left. I'm not drawing super live, But, a Liliana's good. Another Gruesome... My other Gruesome Menagerie, I think, is still in there. Yeah. Vraska's Contempt is fine. Any removal on Shalai is fine here. I have just so many creatures on the board that my opponent has to have a lot of blockers. Carnage Tyrant is good. Is one blocker. So let's see. 1, 2... So I think, like, these 3 things get blocked. So theoretically, my opponent should be dead. Unless... No, because this would get through. They have 3 blockers. Alright, cool. Ooh, that was a close one. Let's see if we can do anything else. I'm going to put... Oh, I didn't realize I took out my Menagerie. Okay, so I definitely like Harpooners here. Is there something that I don't like? Maybe Liliana's? Actually, you know what? I think Carnage Tyrant's a mistake. I think I do just want the... Glowspore Shaman or Molderhulk? I'm not sure. I think Glowspore Shaman adds a little bit of consistency to the deck. We're going second. Did I see any other... I didn't really see anything else I could really hit with Moment of Craving. Deathgorge Scavenger. I don't think it's good. Let me know in the comments if you think I should keep... Or I should have kept Carnage Tyrant in, but I think I'm going to go back to this. Obviously, if they have the Exile Graveyard guy, then it's not a great line of play, but to be fair, I expected to lose this the second game, so this is a good hand. We're going second, which means it's technically worse. No, actually, because they're gonna hit. So wait, so they got 1, 1, 2. No, so I was gonna say they're gonna hit 3 before I hit 2, but that's not true. We have a Harpooner, which is nice. We have Supplier, 2 good 3s, exactly 3 lands. This is like the keepiest of keeps. Flower, sure. I'm hoping that they don't play it to cut Honor Guard. Cool. Molderhulk's in there. We have a Memorial to Folly. Potentially, we can grind out this game. Like, if we have to. Molderhulk, Memorial to Folly can get us there. I don't think I saw Exile out of my opponent. Let's see what they plan to. Knight of Grace. Okay, Knight of Grace is not in Honor Guard. This is actually a really nice draw here. I'm going Diregraf, play out a Folly, not attack. The reason this is nice is I don't feel pressured to play the Kraul Harpooner. I can still establish some board. Thorn Lieutenant, sure. They might be holding back some of their creatures. I guess I Woodland Cemetery Midnight Reaper. The problem is it's constantly a Johnny, right? They've had a Johnny like on curve. I think both games, on or near on, and it's real beating. Stop. Get some help.
You should be proud to have come so far. Strength is born of struggle.
So that is unfortunate. I'd love a Vraska's Contempt. I'd love Assassin's Trophy. Didn't get either. Very unfortunate. I'm going to play Death Baron. Play this tapped. I'm not sure it's worth attacking a Johnny with a bunch here, but like, if I attack with one, I have to attack with another because Knight of Grace gives just a free kill. Jeez. That a Johnny on 4 every game, backbreaking. We are gonna draw with Midnight Reaper. I can't just let them get a Johnny value. So they get a free kill on Midnight Reaper. And they have a trade probably with the Diregraf Ghoul. A Johnny goes to 3. I don't know if this is correct. I know I said that a lot. Might get some flack in the comments, but Oh, I'm really struggling against this deck. I didn't expect it. You know, as you could tell in the first game, I thought it was green-white tokens, and honestly, I think I would have maybe fared better against green-white tokens. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what I expected. I'm only going to draw one card because of First Strike, but Knight of Grace is real hard in this situation. They go against Stitcher Supplier. That's interesting. Oh, cool, got another Death Baron.
Perhaps there is a peaceful solution.
So Johnny went down to 2. I don't know if I agree with them doing that. Got a Molderhulk? Oh, I already knew about the Molderhulk. Come on. So I do have a decent play next turn of Death Baron plus Glowspore Shaman.
I will lend
Interesting.
my strength.
Conclave Tribunal, okay. That is unfortunate. So I mean, I can't attack here, which is very bad. I think I just start trying to set up for chaining Molderhulks. Unfortunately, I can't deal with this very well once it gets up to 6, and it can get up to 6 pretty easily. I think I Stitcher Supplier and then end of their turn, get back Molderhulk. I think that's the plan. Of course, Tocatli Honor Guard kind of messes that up because I wouldn't be able to get back my Memorial. It was also only on 6. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's the line. I'm not entirely sure. Luckily, opponent is also relatively low in cards. The difference being they have a Johnny and I don't. They are several turns away from ultimate. Problem is, Knight of Grace can just keep getting larger. Oh, that is interesting. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna go ahead and get back Molderhulk. They're holding something. Very curious. Costs 4, which is kind of unfortunate. I could be super greedy here. And... oh, actually, you know what? I could just attack a Johnny. Damn. There are a few different things I could try and do here. I guess it's correct to just attack a Johnny with just Stitcher Supplier. Yeah. Because it'll get down at least 1. Almost certainly 2. Thank you, sir. Well, that's just rude. Man, do I want to be super greedy? So what I can do here is play out Glowspore Shaman and hope that I get 1 more creature, and I'm gonna do it because even if I can't, I can play another Glowspore Shaman. I'm gonna. This is a terrible idea. I should do the other way. What did I put in there? Well, I'll decline. That's unfortunate. Whoops. To be fair, we also do want wow, even then? Oh, it just did. Got Graveyard Marshal. We do want to have a wide board.
Be strong.
Like Knight of Grace getting larger, we don't care about. Assassin's Trophy is real nice. Honestly, I think we just save Assassin's Trophy for another Conclave Tribunal. Does our opponent just settle the wreckage? That's like they're holding settle the wreckage, right? Like 100%. Interesting. I forced them to play it. I think I'm fine with milling my lands a little bit. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no other answer, right? Like that, they're holding Cellar Wreckage, and am I fine with them using it? Three lands out of my deck. They probably play some sort of angel. I am able to kill it with Harpooner. End of their turn, I can. If a Johnny's still giving me trouble, I can kill him. Yeah, I think this is fine. This is Cellar Wreckage, right? Really? What the heck are you holding?
Cease this. I will not back down.
Well, that's just interesting. I have no idea. When is it going to start attacking me? Yep. I don't need to block. Ooh, I'm real tempted now. My opponent has 2 cards. I have no idea what they are. But I could Assassin's Trophy the Conclave Tribunal and then block this. And theoretically kill it. Just make sure this is a sorcery, right? Yeah. My opponent could have a pump spell, but like what deck is actually... Yes! Get Shrek'd on. Zombies are #1. My apologies. a little bit loose there, but gotta say I feel successful. This is why I love like mid-rangey decks. This is obviously like the zombies deck is obviously like an aggro mid-range deck, but this is why, because when you win, you feel like you earned it, and I feel like I earned that win. Darn it! Oh man. I was gonna say long live zombies, but they can die. I don't care. I'll bring them back. Oh, that was nice. Going up against Ginger Ninja. More Karnman. All hail the Karn Father. This is actually a fine hand. And the reason is we can go turn 1 this, since we don't have another turn 1 play, and shock Overgrown Tomb on our second turn, in order to Shaman and almost guarantee the 3rd land. Keyword is almost. That said, we do have 2 other things that we can play, so, and we're going second. So, I think this is a keepable hand. I am hoping that it's not against mono red. No, alright. Looks like some sort of, control deck, most likely. Could be Surveil, but, probably some sort of control deck. Yep, Grixis control looks like. This might get countered. If it does, that's fine. We have, other cards. And we'll go and get that swamp on top, which is very helpful. Alright, what do you got on 3? Say it. Pirates? You're playing pirates? Alright. Do I play Death Baron? This is not a zombie, unfortunately. Are those dead bodies? Those are dead bodies! I just now saw that. Yeah, I think I played... Yeah, I'll play Death Baron. It's just more efficient use of our mana. Shouldn't matter too much. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna shock this in response? All right, go away. So I was relatively correct on the video from yesterday, the burn video. not a lot of people love it. I'm actually super happy that it's... What the hell is happening? I'm so incredibly confused. Are you going to kill my Death Baron? I assume it is going to die. Guess my opponent's playing Grixis Dragons? Is my Death Baron getting spit flamed? Oh, I need to play Grixis Dragons. Nope, Serkin. Sure.
Let us fight.
Plus and discard is my guess. Yeah, okay.
Don't doubt my
I guess I'm playing Dragons. Got rid of a Price of Fame, alright. If I get a land, I did get a land, so I can Graveyard Marshal Assassin's Trophy. And I think that's the correct decision, is to just kill this is it? Like, if I kill the Sarkin, right, they have another land, and then they probably just play a big dragon that I can't deal with anyway. So I think it might be better to just Death Baron attack both of these at Sarkin, knowing this will die. Sarkin takes. Or maybe it's actually best to play Death Baron, attack with just the Death Baron, to keep the Shaman for when they play a single dragon, where I can then Assassin's Trophy the dragon, and then kill the Sarkin. I think that line of play is correct. I went, like, 4 turns in the future. Alright, so I attack with just the Death Baron. If they block, that's cool. If they don't block, also cool. Makes it easier for me to kill Sarkin. I assume they're going to block. Cool. Makes sense. Awesome. So next turn, they play a single dragon that I don't care about. I kill it, and then I kill Sarkin. That's the plan. Oh, right. Yeah. I'm very glad a lot of people hate mono red. I hated it, but I figured, like, someone was going to appreciate it. And I think I got a few comments that were like, thanks for playing this. Non-sarcastically, of course. I could get board wiped. I didn't think of that. What is this? Is it treasure.deck? I am confused. I was over here expecting a dragon, and I've been betrayed by my opponent.
Bolas told me I should do this.
Bolas told me I should do this. Alright, well, sure. Got another land. I can play Underrealm Lich. This double strike? Nope. I'm just gonna attack like all of them at Sarkin. Opponent only has 2 cards left. I have more than 2. What? I need to get more information on my opponent. Like, we're playing 2 dragon cards though. That's why I'm so confused. All right, they have something. Fiery Cannonade. Do I care? So one of my Death Barons die. No, both of them die. Oh, I think I do care. So I think I have to Assassin's Trophy Wily Goblin before blocks. Yep, I think I have to do that. Yeah, I think so. Because my Glowspore Shaman would die, and then my Death Barons would each have 1 damage marked on them. Or 2 damage marked on them. And then Wily Goblin blocks one of the Death Barons, putting 3 damage. It dies. And then the other Death Baron only has 2 toughness. It dies. So I think I had to do that. Unfortunately, this does open them up to still killing one of the Death Barons. But they didn't. Cool. And then we'll play Graveyard Marshal and be happy about it. So my opponent is playing some pirates. Is it pirates and dragons? Nice, thanks. So they have a bunch of mana. I no longer have removal, but all my zombies have Death Touch, so doesn't matter as much. I guess I'll play Underrealm Lich next turn, because it does help me focus on what I want. It's going to be a longer video, because it's best of 3 and I didn't want a single match. I don't think anyone really minds. Played a Swamp or Mountain. Alright, I mean, they have 1 card left. What's it gonna be? Varix? That is a good card. We have 2 counters on this. That's incredibly rude. could just attack with Graveyard Marshal and then make 2 zombies end of turn. If they block Graveyard Marshal, I think I just play an Underrealm Lich. I think that's reasonable. I think my opponent should take this, honestly. Yeah. I mean, they're trading half a card for a card. Do I want 2 4/4 zombies? Or do I want an Underrealm Lich? I think I would rather have an Underrealm Lich, because it just helps my next draw. Like, in my opinion, it's a weaker situation for me now. To be fair, it's like a 6/5. It's nice. I think it's a weaker situation for me now, but I think it makes my following turns better, especially because it's going to be very difficult for my opponent to get rid of my Underrealm Lich. Barring, of course, a... they didn't draw. Interesting. Barring, of course, a exile-based removal spell, but my opponent's playing Pirates and Dragons. Almost certain they're playing Pirates and Dragons. They conceded on 20. Interesting. I saw weird stuff, man. Kraul Harpooners make sense. Do Duresses? I'm kind of thinking about Carnage Tyrants too. Oh man, I don't know. I'll put in a couple of Duresses. Take out the Diregraf Ghoul since we're going second. Diregraf Ghoul's a lot worse. We might put it back in going first. So we're bringing in Kraul Harpooners. Take out a Shaman, take out a Marshal. Take out a single Molderhulk? Sure. I don't know. Sideboarding is very difficult to master. Let's see what you got, Ginger Ninja. Show me what you got. Ginger Ninja deep in the tank. There we go. There we are. I was just thinking of good old Sonic memes. You know, the you're too slow and that's no good. That's not great. It's fine. The problem is we don't really have anything on turn 2, and we're going second. Essentially, we're just not pressuring our opponent a lot. We are up a game, which makes me more inclined to keep this. I think because we're up a game, we'll go ahead and keep this. I think mulliganing is not great in general. So if we do end up losing this, it's more or less fine because we have a third, and we'd be going first in the third, so helpful there. Very confusing. My opponent was on Dragons and Pirates. Another land isn't what we wanted to see. I'd love to see a... I mean, some of the cards that we cut, Glowspore Shaman or Graveyard Marshal. Black into red. Wily Goblin, sure. Ramping out into those dragons. Hey, it's a Glowspore Shaman, hello. It's exactly what I wanted to see. Almost certainly not putting a land on top. Because we're functionally guaranteed to get Underrealm Lich on 5. Just over the course of the game. And we didn't have a choice anyway. They're seeing our Kraul Harpooners, which is not something I wanted to show them necessarily. Alright, tap to land. Let's see if they can play something here. They can play a Sarkhan. But I would... Sailor of Means, sure. I think we just Midnight Reaper. No need to attack. No need not to attack. Vraska's Contempt is very helpful here. We're fine paying life. Our opponent is not terribly aggressive. They don't have that many cards left in hand. Go ahead and not attack. Next turn we can Baron or Contempt, depending on what our opponent decides to do. know if you guys think I should be running a different removal suite entirely. I've really liked Vraska's Contempt. I still think it's a worthwhile card running, if nothing else, than for the green-black matchup, as well as the not Sphinxes, the Phoenixes. The Rekindling Phoenixes alone kind of make this card worth it. And Dragonforge, sure. Are they out of lands? But, you know, people are running Cast Downs, people are running Moment of Craving main deck. You know, so I'm not entirely sure what exactly I should be doing. Go ahead and play the Death Baron. Yeah. Death Baron's always nice. Problem, of course, is I'm like super dead to whatever the heck that darn thing is called. Fiery Cannonade. Is that what it is? Yeah, the cannon, the pirate cannon thing. That wipes my board completely. If I can get my other Death Baron down, if I can fade one turn, then I should be fine. But can I fade? What are you casting? Niv. What? What the heck? I didn't expect that. I don't really want to contempt that, though. I kind of have to. Which means my Glowspore Shaman dies, I guess. I mean, I pretty much have to contempt that. But I think that's fine, I guess. We don't want to give them another land yet. I'm going to ping out my Glowspore Shaman, I assume. I will get to draw a card, which is nice. Potentially get a land here, so I can play some stuff. Nope, I got a Harpooner. Harpooner is what I would have preferred to have. But that's fine. I'll go ahead and play. Go ahead and attack here with the Midnight Reaper. Once again, hopefully fade a Cannonade draw. But even if we don't, Molderhulk will then cost 4. We can play out Molderhulk and get nothing back. Decide to block here. Want to stem the bleeding. I think our opponent cares about their life a little bit too much. Unless, of course, I don't know what their hand is, obviously, but potential that they didn't need to chump just yet. I mean, we have a good hand. Our opponent took some life. Is it another Niv Mizzet? Looks like it maybe is. I mean, yeah, 3 blue, almost certainly another Niv Mizzet, which is really bad for them because they can't immediately draw with Dragon Tord because they have to use it for red. And I'm going to kill with a Kraul Harpooner and laugh. Oh no, it's another Niv Mizzet. Whatever shall I do? I will kill it, that's what I'll do. I will kill it and keep doming you in the face. If I draw a land, I can play Molderhulk 2? Question mark? This dies, that would go... No, I can't. I can't do basic math. No, I can play Graveyard Marshal, though. Goodbye. So long, Auf Wiedersehen. Haha. Yes, take action. I'm loving Kraul Harpooners on the sideboard. And it draws me a card. Oh, I forgot. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's even better than I could have ever imagined. Now I don't have to fade the Cannonade draws. I attack with both. Oh, it's so good. Zombies are the best. I love it. Join the zombie uprising. Hell to the yes. Kill my board. I get 3 cards. Do it. I hope you guys are satisfied, because I'm satisfied.
I don't need this. I need this.
Ooh, Sharkins. Okay. I see. No more red mana. Only blue. Anyone get my really bad Ghostbusters reference? We won 2 best-of-3 games with freaking Golgari zombies. Yes! Yes! Oh, awesome. Oh, I love it so much. Alright. Cool. Let me know what you guys think I should do with the main deck and the sideboard, if I should go a little bit more towards Gruesome Menagerie, what you guys think of Assassin's Trophy in this specific deck. And if you guys have any better ideas for my sideboard, since this is just kind of exploratory, I hope you guys liked it. I'd like to thank Easy Mode, Dizzy Fam, Radberry, Kyoshin, Ox, Daniel Flowerchild, Chow, 083, Zoraga, and Mad Cuz Bad for their wonderful support over on Patreon. If you'd like to join them in supporting the channel and making it so I can play these sweet decks, feel free to find the link to that in the description below. I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, go and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, and cast one of those awesome comments in the comment section down below. And until next time, I will be one.